Hey everyone, it's time to shine a light on the action films of 2024 that have flown under the radar. While the big budget blockbusters have been hogging the spotlight, there are some hidden gems that deserve more attention. These movies might not have had the same marketing push as a typical Mission Impossible sequel, but they pack just as much punch, maybe even more. Here are 11 explosive yet underrated action movies of 2024 so far. Before we dive in, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Kill. If you're all about non-stop action and can handle some serious gore, Kill is definitely one to check out. This Indian thriller is set entirely on a moving train, where chaos and violence take center stage. It's got brutal hand-to-hand combat, but also packs an emotional punch. The story's pretty straightforward. Bandits take over a train, but they're up against a commando named Amrit, played by Lakshya, and he's not stopping until they're all down. The fight scenes are intense, kind of like The Raid or John Wick, with that claustrophobic close quarters feel. Director Nikhil Nagesh Pai keeps things tight and tense, making every punch and crash hit harder with sharp sound effects. The plot isn't complicated. It's a classic good guy versus bad guys, but the energy and creative action make Kill a wild ride. The Killer's Game.
What? You kill people?
That's what an assassin is, yeah.
The Killer's Game is a wild, violent, and surprisingly funny ride. Dave Bautista stars as Joe Flood, a seasoned hitman who thinks he's terminally ill. So like any assassin facing the end, he hires someone to take him out, hoping to leave his fiancée, Mace, played by Sofia Boutella, with some security. But things get crazy when Joe finds out it was all a lab mistake. He's perfectly fine. Now, he's on the run from a whole bunch of killers hunting him across Europe.
I'm canceling the contract.
You think this kid is anything? I'm calling in every hit on you!
Yeah, the plot isn't exactly new, but the real fun here is watching Bautista face off against some truly eccentric assassins, from flamenco dancers to K-pop hitmen. The movie knows it's over the top and just rolls with it. It's full of humor, chaos, and violence, all set against stunning European backdrops. And let's be honest, Bautista's tough yet lovable charm makes it a pretty entertaining watch. Wolves. Brad Pitt and George Clooney are back together, bringing that classic chemistry to Apple TV Plus in Wolves, a fast-paced, funny crime caper directed by John Watts, the guy behind Spider-Man: Homecoming. This time, they play rival fixers called in to handle a tricky situation, a dead body at a fancy hotel. Their back-and-forth banter feels like a throwback to their Ocean's days, which is honestly the best part of the movie. While the cast delivers and there are plenty of fun moments, the plot itself is pretty simple, and the action scenes aren't going to blow your mind. It's one of those entertaining films while you're watching, but it might not stick with you long after. Still, Pitt and Clooney's energy keeps it fun. Monkey Man.
Just one small ember can burn down everything.
Make them remember me.
Monkey Man is a film written and directed by Dev Patel, who also portrays the main character, Kid. Dev Patel delivers an outstanding performance in every aspect of the movie. The story revolves around Kid, a young man living a harsh life in an underground fight club who seeks vengeance against the corrupt leaders responsible for his mother's death and the ongoing oppression of the poor. The kid's rage sparks a movement, turning him into a symbol of hope for the oppressed. The film offers intense action similar to that of John Wick, combined with the style of South Korean cinema. Monkey Man stands out as one of the best action movies of the year, and is a must-see for fans of the genre. The Killer.
Why don't you drop it?
John Woo is back with his signature action style in the 2024 remake of The Killer, revamping his own 1989 classic. This time, the story focuses on Z, played by Nathalie Emmanuel, a skilled assassin navigating the criminal underworld of Paris. Z's got one rule: never harm civilians. But things go south when she spares a blind singer named Jen, played by Diana Silvers. That decision puts Z in the crosshairs of her own employers, and the hunt is on. You'll get plenty of what you'd expect from Woo: intense shootouts, brutal hand-to-hand fights, and some seriously choreographed chaos. But while the setup sounds promising, the movie falls short. The plot feels like something we've seen too many times, and the characters don't have much going on beneath the surface. For die-hard Woo fans, it might be a bit of a disappointment. Competent, sure, but forgettable compared to the original. The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare. Next on our list is one of my personal favorites, The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare. This one's an intense, action-packed Wall-E-Soweto thriller that throws you right into the middle of a covert mission. Henry Cavill leads as Gus March Phillips, heading up a group of elite soldiers tasked with taking down a Nazi supply ship. From the very first explosive scene to the final showdown, the film is non-stop action. You'll be on the edge of your seat as Cavill and his team storm enemy lines, taking out Nazis with brutal precision.
You and your operation are reckless. Abort this mission now.
Guy Ritchie's direction keeps the energy high, blending intense shootouts, hand-to-hand combat, and his signature sharp banter. Alan Ritchson, looking like he was built for war, charges through the battlefield, while Cavill's calm, calculated approach keeps the team grounded. Some might say the historical accuracy takes a back seat to Ritchie's playful tone, but if you enjoy his mix of humor and violence, this movie's a ride. Just don't go in expecting a history lesson. It's all about the fun. Rebel Ridge.
It's gotten out of hand. People getting hurt now.
Rebel Ridge is Netflix's best action movie this year, directed by Jeremy Saulnier, known for gritty, high-stakes films like Green Room and Blue Ruin. The film stars Aaron Pierre as Terry Richmond, an ex-Marine turned vigilante. After a local cop unjustly confiscates his bail money, Terry finds himself in a violent standoff with a corrupt police force in the small town of Shelby Springs. While Rebel Ridge doesn't break new ground in the action genre, Pierre's stoic performance keeps you hooked as the tension builds, and Terry uncovers the town's dirty secrets. It's got a First Blood vibe, but the violence is toned down, which some viewers appreciate for its authenticity.
End up on top, but they don't get any more outs.
Suspect is armed! He goes down!
Instead of relying on explosive action, the film focuses on Pierre's martial arts skills, featuring riveting combat scenes full of slick Brazilian jiu-jitsu moves rather than the usual barrage of bullets. With its relentless pacing, gritty fight scenes, and tension that doesn't let up, Rebel Ridge is a must-watch for fans of hard-hitting thrillers. Land of Bad.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Land of Bad is a film that didn't quite get the attention it deserved, but if you're into action, it's definitely worth a watch. It dropped with barely any marketing, so it's no surprise it flew under the radar, but trust me, it delivers. The story follows a covert ops mission gone south, with Russell Crowe playing a drone operator who's guiding a special forces team, including Liam Hemsworth, through enemy territory.
Is protecting the men and women.
What's interesting is how the movie contrasts the intense, on-the-ground action with the more detached but vital role of the drone operators. Sure, there are a few over-the-top moments. It's Hollywood, after all, but the action is solid, and Crowe's performance stands out. If you love intense tactical warfare with a sprinkle of modern drone warfare, this one's for you. Boy Kills World. Boy Kills World is an intense, action-packed revenge movie with a dark comedic edge, similar to our earlier pick, Monkey Man, but set in a dystopian world. The story follows Boy, a deaf-mute protagonist played by Bill Skarsgård, who becomes a deadly assassin after his family is brutally murdered. Guided by his younger sister's ghost, with her voice hilariously done by H. John Benjamin, Boy embarks on a bloody quest for vengeance. Imagine the brutal action of John Wick mixed with the humor of Bullet Train. Skarsgård's physical performance, combined with Benjamin's comedic voiceover, keeps the energy high. If you're into relentless action, dark humor, and a wild dystopian setting, this one's for you. The Beekeeper.
We have to kill him before he kills his way to the top.
The Beekeeper is a Jason Statham-led action thriller that feels like a mix of John Wick and The Equalizer. Statham plays Adam Clay, a retired super-secret agent turned literal beekeeper, whose peaceful life is shattered when a close friend is scammed, leading to her tragic death. Fans love Statham's signature hard-hitting action scenes. Fast, brutal, and incredibly satisfying, the movie delivers pure escapist fun, with a throwback to the 80s and 90s action thrillers, where one man takes on impossible odds.
This is much bigger than a little phishing scam.
Though some criticize the weak dialogue and a few over-the-top characters, if you're here for Statham's no-nonsense combat and revenge, it's a blast. Just don't expect too much depth. Enjoy the ride and the buzz of this popcorn flick. Bad Boys: Ride or Die.
I got this. What you don't do?
Bad Boys: Ride or Die brings Will Smith and Martin Lawrence back together for another high-energy adventure in Miami. This time, Mike and Marcus are out to clear their late captain's name, and of course, it's packed with gunfights, car chases, and plenty of laughs. The chemistry between these two is just as sharp, with Lawrence throwing in some classic hilarious moments.
I need nasty, Mike. Oh, chitty chitty bang bang, motherfucker.
The action is intense, with standout scenes like a John Wick-style home invasion shootout that'll have fans on the edge of their seats. And the drone shots, mixed with first-person POV, pull you right into the middle of it all. If you're in the mood for big stunts, non-stop action, and some solid comedy, Bad Boys: Ride or Die hits the mark. If you enjoyed our picks for underrated action movies of 2024 so far, give us a thumbs up. Want even more movie recommendations? Check out the video description for links to our other content. And don't forget to subscribe for more great videos.